Hey guys, how's it going? Twigs here. So, Prydwen just updated their tier list for the Memory of Chaos, and also because Sunday just dropped into the game. And so, we got some interesting news, and we're going to be seeing how the meta has shook up. I've only caught like a small glimpse of the tier list so far, so definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Hitting that like button helps get the video out there. Hitting that subscribe button helps us grow community over here. So definitely hit that like and subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. So jumping over here to Prydwen, we are there's like two things that I want to point out here. One is a slight change in their tags. They have pretty much, from what I've seen here, added summon, which makes a lot of sense because summons are coming with the Remembrance path. That is going to be a very big deal when Remembrance hits the game in 3.0. And also because with Sunday's addition and how he pretty much is the only character that does any kind of buffing when it comes to summons, is already having an effect in the game because, as we all expected, Jing Yuan, our general, is going to be feeling a big effect, at least right now in the present, with this whole rollout in the summon meta. So, with that being said, let's at least just go ahead and start taking a glance at what's going on with the tier list. So, first off, I kind of anticipated this. Linksha has been doing great work when it comes to helping out with heals. Linksha is essentially a erudition and sustain just combined into one, and she's doing a fantastic job when it comes to her role in the game. And poor Hua Hua is going down, but I think Hua Hua is going to still have a lot of relevance due to the fact that, especially from what I've seen coming up in the future with my foresight, I think Hua Hua is still going to be very, very meta relevant, and tier 0.5 is perfectly fine for her. But boom! Sunday is at tier 0.5. I understand it. It is really hard to top Robin and Ruan Mei. But keep in mind, Sunday right now is doing great work when it comes to specifically helping out Jing Yuan. But I believe Sunday is going to become more and more relevant, probably when we start seeing Remembrance Path characters come out with like Ajaya or Agio, however the fuck you say her name. Oh, okay. So, all right, Dr. Ratio went down a little bit. All right. And then we got an eyeball on Rappa. I wonder what this might signify. And then, yeah, Jing Yuan went up to tier 1 with an eyeball on him. I'm wondering what that might signify. And then Bronya and Sparkle are down here at tier 1. Lynx went down. Poor Jing Liu went down. Oh man, we gotta find a way to make Jing Liu good. Better than what she is now. And Dot too. Dot needs so much help. And then, yep, we're seeing the fall of Seela each time Prydwen updates their tier list. And you know what? I'll say this. Tier 3, I think, is probably fine for Seela. I don't think probably Seela needs to go any lower than tier 3. And then finally Misha hits the Forgotten Ones. All right, let's read the chat log here. All right. So we got Sunday arrived to the game, is more impactful than most characters as he outperforms the other hypercarry amplifiers in most of the top tier teams, and also has room to gain even more meta relevance the more summon characters are released. And so it looks like also with Sunday's arrival, they're going to kind of review how they go about the amplifier part of the tier list. So maybe soon we're going to be seeing them rearrange how they view amplifiers. So here we go. Amplifier reshuffle. Sparkle and Bronya are the two characters that are most impacted by the release of Sunday. Both are interchangeable with him in many cases, and also beaten by him, more like executed in some of their top teams.
With this in mind, we have adjusted Bronyan Sparkle and a number of the other Amplifier rankings according to the power increase Sunday introduces. So, Sunday and damage dealers. Sunday provides a power increase to many damage dealers, but one in particular gains far more than others. Our General Jing Yuan. Sunday isn't just a simple damage increase for Jing Yuan, he is straight up a kit overhaul for him, fixing many of the flaws and increasing his performance in all three in-game modes dramatically. We usually stick to only making additions on new character releases unless they overlap with new phase data, but Sunday and Jing Yuan are exceptions. The power of the combo is undeniable and thus needs an immediate update on all three lists. List changes to Jing Yuan's ratings. Memory Chaos Tier 2 going to Tier 1. I gotta try him in Pure Fiction. Pure Fiction going to Tier 2 to Tier 0. And yes, we are aware that there are too many DPS characters in Tier 0 Pure Fiction now, but that's the cost of the emergency patch. We will make adjustments when the next Pure Fiction drops, as the mode is receiving a rework either way, so quite a lot of things to change from that point of view. And then Apocalyptic Shadow is going to Tier 2 to Tier 0.5. And what they're saying right here makes a lot of sense. And it's kind of what I was saying when I saw Sunday at the Tier 0.5. He is right now doing great work when it comes to his team compositions with Sunday. But we're going to hold off, or Prydwen is going to hold off putting him in Tier 0 until we see him reach his full potential, being paired with characters he was probably more designed in mind for, being the Remembrance Path characters coming out in 3.0. And then also we have Linksha continuing to perform well, perfectly fine, going up to Tier 0, Hua Hua going to 0.5, and then Jingliu going down along with Sila and Qingchua. And then Misha, Lynx just not able to do the healing that we need Lynx to do nowadays. I've even tried out Lynx a few times here in the last month or so, and it's just not there. If you're fighting an enemy that just dishes out a lot of damage, Lynx just isn't able to give you the healing that you need, whereas you would at least be able to see that kind of good healing from Luocha, and even better healing from characters like Hua Hua, or just not even have to worry about healing because of Aventurine and Fushuan. Even Gallagher is 10 times better of a healer than Lynx. Yeah, and that's no slight on Gallagher. Gallagher's great. Now, this is where I was really curious to see what is their eyeball on Rappa for. Rappa has performed significantly above her current tier list placement in this phase of MOC. With that said, we feel this MOC is uniquely tailored towards her strength. We want to see Rappa put in similar performances in one or more phase before potentially moving her into the Apex. Okay, so they're choosing, instead of letting, because I was thinking they were going to give Rappa her time in the sun by just going ahead and putting her in maybe 0.5, or even being a little too generous and putting her in Tier 0, because this, and even the previous MOC was really catered to her, but this one specifically is just because there's 5 fucking enemies on the second half of MOC, floor 12, but they're actually choosing a more conservative approach by saying, hey, this one is really tailored toward her. We want to see her in a setting where it's not as much tailored toward her, to see if she performs just as well before we even consider putting her in a higher tier. So okay, I see why they put that eyeball, and it makes a lot of sense. And for Jing Yuan, Sunday has increased Jing Yuan's power substantially. Based on this in MOC specifically, he has jumped 2 tiers all at once. But in addition to this, we're also watchlisting him. The current MOC 12 side 1, while lightning weak, carries a massive amount of crowd control, something that makes evaluating the true power of Jing Yuan and Sunday consistently challenging. We want to see more from Sunday and Jing Yuan before placing him any higher on the MOC tier list, so we'll revisit him in MOC with the next phase data. Okay, so with Jing Yuan, it's just They put him higher, but they also believe that there might be potential for him to grow even more, but want to wait and see. And with Rappa, it is definitely a wait and see just because of how much this MOC just helps her out so much. But let's jump over to the pure fiction. Oh yeah, just right up into tier 0. Oh man, I cannot wait to test this. This is going to be insane. And then Apocalyptic Shadow over to your 2.5. Okay. So yeah. And I am just looking forward to seeing how Remembrance with 3.0 really shakes this all up. And I also can't wait to see how they plan to change up the Amplifier part of the tier list, because they're saying they want to shake it up. Okay, let's see how they shake it up. But that is Prydwen's tier list and their explanation on why they have made the changes that they've made and how they feel about the current state of the game with Sunday now being in the game. So definitely head down to the comments down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking about Prydwen's tier list. Let me know how you guys feel about Sunday. And have you tried him out with Jing Yuan? Are you able to try him out with Jing Yuan? And also let me know any other thoughts you might have on the tier list as of right now. And so with that being said, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely hit that like and subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys later.